what's up, y'all? Jonathan here with Fit Alchemist 33. So I got a message from someone this morning who said that they were suffering from cognitive dissonance and they were wrestling with it, having a hard time with it because they used to be 100% certain that Trump was a deep state tool and he was just running a psyop and fooling all of us patriots. And now he's questioning that. Now he's wrestling with, is Trump a deep state tool, or is Trump who the Patriots and Q and us Anons have been saying he is? So I thought that was pretty cool that some of the people that have been on the other side of the fence, they're still making their way over. So, this show is taking a long ass time and we're all sick of watching it. We're ready for the finale. But the purpose of this show is to take back our country, take back our world without going to full-fledged war, losing as few lives as possible, while getting people to think for themselves and take themselves from one side of the fence to the other side. This entire show, this chess game that we're all a part of right now, it's still achieving its desired outcome. So to that person that sent me that message, I appreciate it. Thank you. Anytime I can get, kind words from people that watch my videos, I definitely appreciate it because usually you get the opposite. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you. And in honor of your message, I want to really quickly go through what mainstream media is telling people is going on right now. I'm going to go over really quick what CNN is telling people. Hey, this is the news. Pay attention to this. And then I'm going to show you everything else going on. First off, shout out to Ellen DeGeneres. Today is her birthday. And as you can see, thanks to that, she looks the exact same. She looks like she's barely aged. So happy birthday to Ellen DeGeneres. So to give you an idea of everything that the mainstream is telling us about in the news right now, I went to CNN's Twitter page because it's their job to go there and tell the most difficult stories. And as you can see, CNN is a widely trusted source. It has 52.3 million followers. Now, I follow them because I just like to know the bullshit that mainstream is slinging. Now, I'm not going to go through every single story on here, and ironically, they just added this one, and of course, this is actually something that you guys would actually want to know. Italian Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte has handed in his resignation, a political tactic geared to help him build a new coalition. So that's interesting. And just add this Italian prime minister to the list of all the world leaders that have resigned from their leadership roles just in the past week or two. Now, right here, this is typical CNN right here, promoting China. China wants to lead the global recovery from the pandemic and become more influential on the world stage than ever before. It might just have the momentum and the confidence to pull that off. Where did they get this momentum? From giving everyone around the globe a bioweapon and then causing global shutdowns? Is that what gave you the momentum and the confidence? CNN is always pro-China, always pro-China. Dr. Fauci, what's this about? Oh, it's about Trump. What a shocker. Trump supposedly lost the election, yet they can't stop talking about it. So right here, Dr. Fauci says he was extremely worried by Trump's dangerous suggestion in April that ingesting disinfectant could possibly be used to treat. We all know that is not at all what Trump said. Trump would actually probably be a better physician. I don't even think Dr. Fauci is actually a real physician, but Trump would do Dr. Fauci's job 10,000 times better than he ever thought about doing it. Because this guy is trying to keep people sick. This guy wants us to stay in the revolving door of go to the doctor, get a pill, go home, feel better. Get sick, go back to the doctor, get a pill, go home, feel better. Get sick, go to the doctor. This revolving door that you just go through your entire life instead of taking charge of your own health, researching things, and taking care of your own body so that way you don't have to go see assholes like this and take pills made by a pharmaceutical company that's basically trying to kill you slowly. So yeah, F Dr. Fauci and the pharmaceutical companies and the pharmaceutical industry. Right here, President Biden slated to sign a series of executive orders revolving around equity policy, focusing on policing reform, prison reform, and public housing, according to a draft of a calendar document sent to administration allies and viewed by CNN. So that sounds really nice, right? Let me translate what they're actually saying for you right here. President Biden is slated to sign a series of executive actions revolving around equity. What Biden actually means when he says equity policy, he means that all the grammar, all the wordage that is going to be used to describe this policy is going to sound really nice. Everybody's equal. We want everything to be equal opportunity. We want everyone to have the same resources. We don't want anybody to go hungry. They're going to phrase it really nicely. But how are they going to achieve that equity, whatever equity is in their mind? How are they going to achieve it? By taking your rights away. So somebody's equity is threatened because you are speaking an opinion that they disagree with. They will call that hate speech. And that is how they'll take away your First Amendment right, is they'll say that you're not allowed to say certain things because they hurt someone else's feelings. And hurting someone else's feelings goes against that person having equity. In this situation, you took away their equal opportunity, their equal chance for them to feel happy all the time. That's right. That's the type of bullshit they're going to use to take your rights away. So that means that he's going to be taking more of your rights away and calling it equality, saying it's racism, calling it hate speech. That's going to be the main way they try to take our First Amendment right away, is by saying that hate speech actually harms people mentally or damages society. So that's what that means. Focusing on policing reform, aka getting rid of our police so that way criminals can do whatever the hell they want. Prison reform, aka getting rid of prisons so that way criminals are out on the street causing mayhem and chaos. And then public housing. So public housing, that would most likely be housing intended for the illegal immigrants that are licking their chops to come across the border now that Joe Biden is president, because Joe Biden is just going to open our borders up to the world and also give them health insurance, driver's license, and a place to live, probably a food stipend as well. While you and me have been dealing with a global lockdown, have had a hard time working, have had a hard time making money, and we've only gotten, as an individual, I think I've gotten $1,800 from the government. That first $1,200 stimulus and then the $600 one. So we've gotten $1,800 from the government in the 10 or 11 months this BS has been going on. Yet, Biden and his administration intend to let all the illegal immigrants come into our country, get everything for free, and they want us to pay for it because Biden has said he wants to raise our taxes. Here we have Harvey Weinstein, and a U.S. bankruptcy judge has approved a Weinstein Company liquidation plan that allocates over 17 million for Harvey Weinstein's sexual harassment and assault victims. Notice 17 million. 17, what's the 17th letter of the alphabet? And then right here, if there was any doubt about the urgency of President Joe Biden's mission to tackle racial inequality, President Biden slated to sign a series of executive orders revolving around equity policy. It was erased in the searing moment an insurrectionist rioter brazenly paraded the Confederate flag around the U.S. Capitol. That is a great example of a quote that means absolutely nothing. Why in the world would my doubt or my thoughts, because I really do believe that Joe Biden is a racist, why would that opinion that I have of Joe Biden change because I see some random person that I don't know, a rioter in the Capitol building holding a Confederate flag? And also, I know he was most likely paid to go into the Capitol building and wave that Confederate flag, or possibly he was undercover military. But why would the actions of a complete stranger that never interacts with Biden, why would his actions change my opinion of this racist, pedophilic, satanic worshiping piece of shit?